Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to discuss something a little bit more personal. So if you are watching and you do not want to talk about vaginal stuff, you might want to get off. Okay, but on a serious note, I want to talk about abnormal pap smear and LEEP procedure side effects. So real quick, March 7th I had to go in and get a pap smear done, and the test came back abnormal, which means I had to go through a LEEP procedure. Now, if you do not know what a LEEP procedure is, I will give you some information in the comments below, and you can look at that and get more education out of it and more information that you need before you go in for a LEEP, if you have to have one. If not, and you're curious to know what it is, all the information will be below. So, but the next I want to talk about is the side effects from the LEEP procedure. So if you've had a LEEP, please write down in the comments below what side effects that you are going through and how long it's been since your LEEP procedure. Mine was March 7th, 2019, so about 2 months ago. I am dealing with quite a few side effects. One of my main side effects that I'm dealing with right now for about 2 months, because I feel like it happened right after the procedure, I had no libido. None whatsoever. And being young and not having a libido kind of sucks, because before my procedure I was a very sexually active person, very into sex and, you know, being a human. Like, we as humans have the urge to want another person, to need another person's touch, and to have that sensation and that feeling, and not having that kind of makes me feel less of a woman, because I can't enjoy the things that my man can give me. So that's a really big side effect that I have to deal with and have been dealing with. So if you're wondering, like, what can I do to increase my libido, or maybe try to gain more sensation and feeling, all the advice I can give you for that is to just keep trying. For me, I've been trying to do, you know, my own personal pleasure, or have, you know, me and my boyfriend will do what we need to do. It's about just keep trying and see what works for you, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But for me, I'm slowly getting there, but it's still not 100%. The pleasure is still kind of hard for me to body-wise process and to really enjoy it. And a lot of people have a lot of pain vaginally, bleeding. There's side effects as far as like childbirth. It's a lot harder to get pregnant, which is another touchy subject, because I have a 3-year-old, but I also wanted to have at least another child. My dream was to always have 2 kids, a boy and a girl, and I have 1 girl, and now I feel like it's just going to be a lot harder for me to have a child and have that not be something that I can give to somebody either down the road or with who I'm with right now. So it's a little hard and discouraging to know that you had something taken from you. Like, a piece of my cervix was taken out, so I feel kind of empty. I'm not whole as a woman. I have all these things that I'm dealing with right now. Although I didn't have bleeding weeks on end, great. I would have rather dealt with that than lose libido and maybe not having a child, and, you know, some other side effects that you can always look up on Google, and just make sure that what you're reading is a professional doctor or nurse or somebody who's been through it, because there's so many side effects that are going with a LEEP procedure. And right now I actually have on my phone, I have pulled up a article. It says, "Women aren't being warned about the sexual side effects of the LEEP procedure." And this was written by Jessica Furseth. If I pronounced your name wrong, I'm so sorry. This was October 9th, 2018. So this was just last year. And it talks about her personal, you know, side effects that she's going through and what her doctor did not tell her. And for me, I can tell you, my doctor did not tell me anything. at all about side effects. I did research before my procedure, and I could have said no, but the thing is, if you don't get that done and you don't get it, if you don't get it fixed, it will eventually lead to cancer. And I felt like I had no option at all besides going through with that procedure. And not knowing what the side effects are and not having your doctor tell you, it's kind of like, okay, so I'm going through a procedure and not getting the full detail of what is going to happen to my body during the procedure, after the procedure, and in the future. So be sure to ask your doctor, like, what is this going to do for me? Is there, you know, pros and cons to the procedure? Is there anything that's going to make it harder on me in the future or even now? Like, just ask questions, because the more you know, the better. And I cannot stress that anymore. But just know that you are not alone if you are going through this right now, or if you're scared to go through a LEEP procedure. I completely understand. Like I said, in the comments below, just let me know what your thoughts are about doctors not giving full information about what could happen to you in the future, or what you're losing out of a procedure like that. I take this really seriously, and for me, it's a lot. I have to deal with emotions. I have to deal with, you know, just feeling numb when it comes to a lot of things, like, you know, not having sex and this and that, and it's just a lot to deal with, and it's really overwhelming. So I hope this video is informative, and I want to send my love to you guys and know that you're not alone, and we are still women. We are still beautiful. We don't need to have all this stuff. So just know I love you guys, and be sure to subscribe and like my video and share it. Much love.